Ryan Anderson here, the driver of Son of a Digger, and you're watching Rod Rod's Championship League.
What is going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it is time for Freestyle here in Stop 2 of Tour Violet. Matt Johnson and Max D continuing his reign in Tour Violet, going back-to-back in Best Trick. As we look at the the leaderboards for Best Trick, the scoring was a little bit all over the place, but we're here now. And this is the leaderboards for the season. Max D still hanging on to that first place spot, as well as Northern Nightmare and Dragon, the top three. Alien Invasion moving up to fourth. As you can see, Pirate's Curse, another truck, slowly moving up the ranks. And this is the overall event championship leaderboards. Again, Northern Nightmare hanging on and just a few points away from Maximum Destruction. So, Freestyle is going to be the deciding factor here today. So, right off the bat, we have Ant99 starting off his freestyle run. And some great air. So, Velociraptor definitely had a great attempt out in Best Trick. Unfortunately, just didn't score enough, but still a great attempt nonetheless. I'm still looking forward to see what he brings us the rest of the season. Again, it's only stop 2. There's 3 more stops to make up plenty of ground. Nice air there. So, this track, plenty of room, lots of room. Compared to the other tracks, everything's kind of spread out, but a little awkward at the same time. We have those, like 6-7 containers lined up in the middle that make it a little difficult to, I guess, really do too much. Some nice huge air there. As he's coming down to his last minute of his run. And really, I think you'll just have to get creative. Again, everything is spread out, which is, it's great. It gives you tons of room, but then it's kind of a gift and a curse, because with it being so spread out, you know, it takes you a while to get to some of these obstacles. So it can break momentum. Going for a nice backflip off those center containers. So perfectly done by Velociraptor. Coming down to his last 30 seconds now. And getting a forward momentum backflip, hitting that jump just right. Giving it a little too much on the throttle as he's on one of those barriers now. And that's where he's going to park the truck. So, beautifully done. A great way to end the freestyle. Unfortunately, left about 20 seconds on the clock. But that forward momentum backflip off of the race start jump, if you will, was just a great touch. I know that jump is angled just right. So, I wasn't sure if anyone would be able to pull it off. But boom, right there. Beautifully executed by Velociraptor. Now waiting for the scores, and a 6.873. So, I don't know. Again, it could be because of how spread out this track is. It kind of kills momentum. So you really have to come up with something a little special here to wow the judges. Really, here comes Camera 9785 and Zombie. Looking like he's kind of tugging along a little bit. Not sure. If he's having some kind of truck issues, definitely had a hard time in Best Trick right here. Getting a nice nose wheelie. He looks like he might be stalling a bit. I don't know, something, maybe having some truck issues here. Seeing what else he has in store, kind of taking it slow. Not sure exactly what's going on. In the first 30 seconds, he's only gotten about one move in, so not entirely sure what the deal is right now. Nice sky wheelie, but definitely needs to pick up the pace if he wants to take a lead here. Nice flat spin, if you will, and he's just gonna park it there. So not sure what's happening with Zombie. He left a minute on the clock. A few highlights. I mean, there weren't really many. Just that popper, this sky wheelie, that little bit of a flat spin here. And the judges, sure they're not going to give this too high of a score. And a 2.296 for Zombie. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but it seems like he's been a little off in today's competition. So hopefully that's not a bad sign for the future. Here comes Flav Plays in Pirate's Curse now. Getting some huge air, giving it too much. Landing on the nose, but back on all fours. So, thought that could have ended the run, but got a lucky bounce there. I'm sure he's a little shooken up, though, in that driver's seat. Going a little aggressive here. Rolling over. Can he save it? He's stuck in some sidewalls. Trying to get out of them. And he almost did. Trying to get out of them. There it is. Sidewalls, enough momentum to get into a little short wheelie, but that killed a lot of time. So he really needs to pick it up and come up with something more. You know, get that momentum and get those hits in. Get those combos in. So far, this event, the judging in this event's a little iffy. So, you know, I feel like it's just there's a huge momentum killer with the separation in this track. Nice backflip off the containers there, and there's what, 6 of them there? I think I said 7 earlier. I think like 5 or 6, maybe 7, but 6 containers sit into some sidewalls again. And back on all fours. So 45 seconds left in his run. Those sidewalls have killed a bit of his time. But now I'm curious. Looks like he's accelerating on this jump, just like Velociraptor getting that forward momentum backflip. So it is possible. Beautifully done by Flames Plays. Again, Velociraptor got on the opposite end. Flames Plays on this end, and it's just a great jump. It's angled perfectly for that. Coming down to the last 20 seconds. Looks like he's going to throttle through on the other side and double down for another one. Beautifully executed by Flames Plays, and he has enough time for one more move. Maybe 4, 3, 2, and this will be the last move for his run. Huge air to end his freestyle run, so he filled the clock. And none of this right here will count for scoring. So is this going to be the trick? Is this going to do it? Velociraptor left 20-ish, about 22 seconds left of his time. Flames Plays filled his time, but he did kill a good amount of time on those sidewalls, but these forward momentum backflips were great moves. And it all comes down to the judges. And we do have new leaders, 7.335. So, Flames Plays getting that top spot, but we have about 8 more competitors left. Here comes Nova Strider and Crush Station. Had a tough break in Best Trick as she went for that front flip in this exact location, and it got her stuck in between the ground and the fence. But she's starting off strong with 2 huge sky wheelies. So I'm curious to see what else she brings to the table. She's lining it up early for a backflip, taking a huge risk, and this could be some trouble. No. Balancing it or twirling it on that front tire and getting a save, so able to continue the run. Luckily, that jump there was the perfect angle to catch that front tire and spin it around. So let's see, as I've mentioned, I think it's really going to be momentum based here on this track because yes, you got tons of room. Plenty of room to do whatever you need, but with that comes the distance between obstacles, and that kind of kills it. And again, going into some sidewalls, but saving it beautifully. As she has just over 50 seconds left in her run. Another huge sky wheelie. You can see some of that body already trying to fall off. Let's see, and going for another sky wheelie possibly, and yes, oh, almost got a wheelie out of it, gave it too much, and she's gonna wind up on her lid, so leaving just under 30 seconds left on the clock. An unfortunate break for Crush Station. Again, starting it off with some two huge sky wheelies, getting this backflip off the container, getting that beautiful sidewall save out of it, another sidewall here. Some more sick air, again, just full of sky wheelies. Love to see it, but right here just gave it a bit too much in the throttle, and it wound up having her on her lid. So 6.108 for Nova Strider. Here comes Blue Thunder and Riley Strider, now your freestyle winner of Alaska and Stop 1. And seeing if he can relive that magic here in Colorado. A beautiful wheelie to start the run. And so far, we've seen some early breaks, and we've seen some good long runs. Hopefully, Riley can find the sweet spot here and come out on top. Balancing it on those back two tires. Beautiful twirling save here. And another wheelie, but giving it too much, just kissing the wall a bit. But it's not going to hurt anything. He's going to continue the run, get some nice big air across the track. Almost cutting it close. I thought he was going to go straight for that wall, but no. Looks like he's going to line it up for a backflip now. And a beautifully done backflip by Blue Thunder, and Riley Strider going for a reverse move now. So definitely changing up and getting creative. Stuck in a possible sidewall, no, saving it. Kind of just throttling out as much as he can, going for another backflip. And yes, able to save it, getting enough grip on that front left tire and saving it, getting it into a wheelie now. So he's a little scattered, a little all over the place, but still getting some great moves in, great momentum. And if he can keep this going, maybe the judges will like it enough and giving him a win, and I'm not sure what's even going on here. Well, wheelie into that race ramp kind of sent him flipping forward, and he was able to stay on all four tires and continue the run, so just a crazy flip for Riley Strider and Blue Thunder. As he's down to his last just over 10 seconds left of Freestyle. So enough time for one more big move, and he's just going to go for some cyclones here and end the run there. That's where he's going to park the truck. Left a few seconds, shouldn't hurt him too much. But looking at his highlights now, really great highlights all the way around, great run. And I'm just curious to see if it's going to be enough for the judges. Again, it's been a little back and forth with the judges and just kind of determining exactly what they want to see. I'm just taking a wild guess here with the momentum, and that may be it. That may be what it needs. And it's 7.124, so not enough to take the lead, just under Pirate's Curse, as kind of Fluffy and Gravedigger come out now. Nice sky wheelie to start off the run. Nice, quick, short little sky wheelie. And a beautiful save, using the rear steer to his advantage. And going for the backflip within 10 seconds of his run, and yes, able to save it. So, lucky break there for Gravedigger and kind of Fluffy. Thought for sure that would have ended the run, but no, able to continue it just right. So in the first 30 seconds has already had some great moves here, some great action, and some nice air to follow suit, and another save, using that rear steer to his advantage. And a wheelie. Oh, I thought he was going to take it up to that race jump there and get a front flip, but no, he decided not to, playing it safe. And he's going to continue the run with, let's see, what, some huge air, huge sky wheelie. Thought he was going to hit the screens up there, the Jumbotron or whatever it's called, and a beautiful backflip into a moonwalk. Nicely done for Gravedigger and kind of Fluffy. Beautiful combos all the way around. And could this be trouble? No! Possibly getting it in reverse and getting it back down on all four. So far a great run for Gravedigger, as he's trying to go for a win. Nice popper into a nose wheelie. Again, Gravedigger has been a little silent so far. Hasn't really had too many crazy moments, but so far right now in this run, he's really lighting it up. And okay, I thought he was going to go for that reverse forward momentum backflip, excuse me. But I guess he changed his mind at the last second, going for some cyclones now. I mean, it's been a pretty consistent run, pretty great momentum, and some great moves all the way around, great saves. So kind of curious to see what the judges are going to think. Coming down to the last few seconds of his run, a wild crash, but he's able to continue, and that's going to be the end of Gravedigger's run, so just barely filling the clock. And again, it all comes down to the judges starting off his run again. A beautiful save, using that rear steer to his advantage right here again. Clocking that rear steer in the right direction, getting it right. This beautiful backflip into a nose wheelie that turned into a moonwalk. A nice popper there on that jump to the side. And I mean, it was a great run overall right here. This wild crash to end his run. And we have a new leader with an 8.485. So a great score for Gravedigger. Again, getting word Jurassic Attack will not perform, so he is out of this stop here, and maybe the competition as a whole. But again, don't want to take away anything from Gravedigger. Beautiful run, and excited to see what the rest of these drivers bring to this track. Alien Invasion now coming out next. 8.485 is a score to beat. Kind of Fluffy putting out an amazing run, and Alien Invasion, MMJ producer here, definitely capable of putting down an amazing freestyle run. So first 30 seconds gotten quite a bit of moves in already. Let's see what he can do for the next minute and a half. Hopefully bring out some great moves, great combos. Looks like he's kind of figuring out his next move here. Thought he was going to go for a big sky wheelie. Maybe decided to slow down a bit to not risk any unwanted flips. Whipping that truck around. So let's see what else MMJ has in store for us. Could he be lining up for a backflip? Stuck in a bicycle, taking it into the container, and not quite a backflip, but getting it into some sidewalls. Trying to get it back on all fours, and he is. So a great save by Alien Invasion and MMJ Producer, but 40 seconds left, and he's killed a bit of time. We're kind of curious what he's doing here. Maybe getting some more ground. Looks like he's going to try to clear the containers and landing on top of the containers, setting him to his side, an awkward flip as he hits that jump a little awkwardly. But he's able to do some smart driving here and get it back on all fours, getting control of that truck. 20 seconds left, though. So wondering what else he has in store, and is it going to be enough to knock out Gravedigger and Kind of Fluffy? 10 seconds left. Gonna try to clear it the other way, clipping the top of the container and going for a wild rollover, and that's going to be the end of Alien Invasion's run. None of that's going to count towards his score, but he was able to fill the clock. And again, kind of curious to see how the judges are going to treat this. Kind of just looking over his highlights, and again, it was a great run right here. Just getting about halfway on those containers, I believe, clipping that container there and setting him into a rollover. And he's able to save it, thankfully, but here comes the scores. And an 8.047, so not enough, but in the 8-point range, so a great score for Alien Invasion, but only good enough for second place at the moment. Here comes Toucan Plays and Avenger with some huge air. And that is for sure one way to announce your presence here in the Showdown League here in Colorado. Again, just amazing air to start off the freestyle run, and hopefully the momentum carries on right here. Coming off of the race lane, hoping to get a wheelie. Didn't quite get it, but doesn't matter. He's keeping the momentum going. And now a crash for Avenger as he's rolling over. Can he save it? An awkward landing. Yes, he's going to save it. Possibly, yes. Trying to control it. Balancing it on one wheel. Look at this. Controlling it on the back two tires now, and he's going to ride a little wheelie out of it. So most of the body has shed off the truck, but he's continuing no matter what. And he's pretty much gotten everybody's attention so far. Now, if he can just carry this momentum and come out with some great moves, some great tricks here, he can definitely take the lead. A minute into his run already, and again, some great momentum, but let's see what else he has in store for us. And some more big air. He's just airing that truck out today. But again, this is the place to do it, as he does some nice cyclones afterwards. But this is the place to do it. It's nice and open. Plenty of space. Again, everything's a little scattered. But look at this. Some more huge air. Nice sky wheelie out of it. And really just airing out the truck. Again, I don't know if it's going to be enough to take the lead, but definitely getting at least my eyes open and getting my attention. Hopefully he does the same to the judges, and I'm sure it's definitely doing it to the crowd as well. Here we go, another huge sky wheelie. And an awkward bounce, but able to recover from it, no problem. And he's going to continue his run. Now he's been kind of stuck in the same area here, coming down to the last 10 seconds. Going for a backflip, getting it in an awkward angle, but able to save it. Nicely done, coming down to the last few seconds of his run, and this should be the last move. Counted towards his freestyle run, and he's going to end it right there, right in front of the fence. No, he's going to go for a little bit more before the time ends. Again, none of this is going to count towards his freestyle score. He's just going to run it a little bit longer. And that should be it. Look at this save. If only this was during his regulation time. Amazing save by Avenger. If only that would have counted towards his score. Honestly, one of the best saves we've seen so far tonight. And looking through his highlights and waiting for these scores to come in. Now the question is all this big air enough to take the lead? The scores are just about ready to come in, and we are about to see them now. 6.393, so not enough. Again, these judges being interesting in this event. So he will now take the lead. Here comes Arcanine59 and Dragon now, hoping to woo the judges a bit here, getting some nice air there. So again, it just makes me wonder, what is it going to take to get the winning run here? And it looked like he's going to try to do what Alien Invasion did. Didn't quite clear it, but was able to go just over it to where he wouldn't land on top of it, and it would have risked a rollover. So Dragon just really doing whatever he can, zipping around the track, getting some huge air here. Nicely done, hitting the flames at the peak. Again, Gravedigger right now is the leader, and it's not the highest score, but we haven't seen too much of a difference in scores, or we haven't seen the scores being that high in this event so far. So I don't know, maybe it's just the track as a whole. Again, it's a great track, plenty of space to do plenty of move, but it's just everything's so scattered, and you're left with that awkward center line of containers for a backflip and a possible save for Dragon. Could this be the end? No, he's going to save it. But again, it's a little awkward just because you waste so much time getting to the next obstacle, and it's not like you can go across because that huge line of containers is there. But coming down to the last 40 seconds of his run, looks like he's going to go for a backflip. And beautifully executed, bouncing off the container perfectly and spinning it into some donuts now. Hitting the flames during the donuts. Nicely done. A nice flame wheel, if you will. And again, I'm just curious to see what the judges are going to think, because again, these scores here have not been super high. Again, Gravedigger with an 8 point something. So really, I think it was like an 8.4 or 8.2, something like that. So honestly, not the highest score we've seen so far, and it's a little crazy. But speaking of crazy, here's an amazing twirling save by Dragon. Not even sure how that was even possible. But now coming to the last few seconds, and that's going to be it for Dragon. A nice save to cap off the end of his run as he's stuck in a wheelie, and he's going to crash straight into the fence there. Again, whoever makes these fences, man, they are strong. But looking at the highlights of his run again here, trying to clear the containers, didn't quite get it. Didn't get a lot of air, didn't get a lot of ground though to do it. But again, beautiful saves, beautiful combos, beautiful air. But again, I don't know, man, these judges, I am not sure exactly what they're looking for. So we're just going to have to wait and see what they think as the scores are coming in now. And a 7.705, so not enough to take the lead, unfortunately. Here comes Daniel the Fireball Murray in Northern Nightmare, the second to last truck to go here. Looks like he's going to start the way he started. Best trick, getting two consecutive backflips right off the bat, comboing it with a wheelie now. So beautifully executed by Northern Nightmare. And again, let's see what he has in store for us. Beautiful sky wheelie, some awkward air though. He's going to land hard on that right front end, but roll over just enough momentum to get back on all fours. So again, it's just, I don't even, oh, look at this. What even happened there? He hit the front end, and it was enough momentum to flip him all the way back over. And he comboed it with a wheelie, so nicely done. Definitely something we haven't seen before, and honestly something new. Intentional or not, definitely a great move here in Freestyle. Something new, something fresh. Looks like he's trying to clear from the other side. Clipping the side. Almost cleared it though. Was 2 containers away from clearing it. Able to get a beautiful save out of this as he's coming down to the first minute of his run. But Daniel, man, I don't know what these judges want. Nice, beautiful backflip. Just textbook backflip right there. Gonna combo it with a reverse move. Haven't seen one of those since Blue Thunder and Riley Strider. So, again, a great run, but is it going to be enough? Gravedigger, now mind you, Gravedigger put out an amazing run. Look at this, a front flip off of the race lane. So enough real estate there to give him the space required. It was a short front flip, but a front flip nonetheless. And some huge air to follow suit. Bouncing off the rear and somersaulting forward. I mean, I don't know. This, if he carries his momentum left, he has just under 30 seconds left. If he carries his momentum, I could see us having a new leader. But again, Gravedigger's run was great. It was fantastic. So yes, I believe it does deserve the lead. The score just wasn't that high though, so I'm curious to see what this score is going to be. Another crazy crash here for Northern Nightmare and Daniel Murray. Keeping it on all fours, coming down to the last few seconds of his run. And he might just park it there. No, 3, 2, 1, that's going to be it. That is the end of his run. So this right here is just extra. But he just crashed into the containers. So nothing too crazy, but here go the highlights of his run. Now the question is it going to take the lead? A lot of questionable scores, both in best trick and freestyle today. So Colorado stop 2, man. It's been a hell of a roller coaster, and honestly, some great highlights, some great moves. But is it going to be enough? Here we go. And an 8.477, so just under Gravedigger and kind of fluffy, so not enough. There's one truck in the way now, and that's Maximum Destruction to Matt Johnson. Looking back at Gravedigger's score, Gravedigger is at 8.485. Northern Nightmare got an 8.477. Maximum Destruction getting a front flip within the first 10 seconds of his run. So he's looking to take the lead here. Oh, and a hard rebound, but able to save it again. He didn't get the freestyle win in stop 1, and a beautiful backflip there. He didn't get the freestyle win in stop 1. That went to Riley Strider, which honestly, it was a great run, so can't make any arguments there. But can he do it here? Daniel the Fireball Murray put down an amazing run, but was just short. 0.9? 0.8? Let me see. 3, 5, yeah, 0.8 points. So 0.09, oh no, 0.08, excuse me, 0.09 points away from taking the lead. Away from Gravedigger and kind of fluffy again. He put down an amazing run. Gravedigger, so no disrespect from him, nothing to take away from him, but Northern Nightmare, just that's just insane. But Matt Johnson right now trying to throw down an amazing run to take that lead. And honestly, he's more than capable as he's going to try to clear it, and the closest we've seen so far, clipping the very last container and getting a beautiful save right afterwards. So 50 seconds left in his run, and that's the closest we've seen to having those containers cleared. And Matt Johnson's going for it. Is he going to try to go on the other side? Looks like he is. He's picking up speed. Can he do it? And yes, he cleared it. The first truck to clear the containers. So Matt Johnson celebrating with some cyclones there. First truck to clear all 6 containers? 6 backflip containers. And I don't know. He's going to go for some reverse donuts here, and this may be killing some time. I don't know. Again, you have to watch out with these judges. You don't know exactly what they're looking for. So this right here may be a time killer for them, and it may hurt his score. I don't know, but definitely has to get some kind of bonus points for clearing those containers, and he's just going to do cyclones for the last 30 seconds of his run. So those 30 seconds could have been crucial time to do something else to just further expand that score. So I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see as we look at his highlights right here. The first time going over, just barely missing it, and then the second time completely clearing it. So, but are these donuts in the last 30 seconds of his run, is that going to kill his score? And here we go. And an 8.434, so just under Gravedigger as well. So Gravedigger and kind of fluffy getting his first freestyle win and his first win overall on the season. Huge congratulations to him. Again, the judging has been all over the place. I can understand some of these scores, but again, some very low scores. So hopefully this is the end of that as we move on. But this is the leaderboards for freestyle. As we look at the overall seasonal leaderboards here in a second. No, excuse me. We're going to look at the overall event champion for today's event. And of course, none other than Matt Johnson and Maximum Destruction going back to back as we look at the overall event championship leaderboards. Just absolutely killed it, getting third in freestyle, which cemented his position as the overall event champion. So huge congratulations to him. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the overall leaderboards for the season. Matt Johnson with 100 points already. Northern Nightmare still in second. So really no position changes except for Blue Thunder moving up to fifth now. So definitely very interesting. Going to see what stop 3 is going to look like. We're going to be going to Death Valley for stop 3, so hopefully the judging gets a little different there. But before that, we're going to go to stop 3 of Tour Blue, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, be sure to hit that like button, and we'll see you in the next stop of Tour Blue.